Alright, so Galar Cup for the Great League is here, and it is the very first time this format has existed in Pokemon Go, aside the Little Cup. And I am running a team with Icy Wind, Abomasnow as the lead. And even though there are some fairy types running around in this format, I did decide to try out Sableye Safe Swap because I don't really feature Sableye ever in a video. And being the first day, I was thinking at least I can fish and kind of see what type of teams people are running. And it could be good against Toxapeck as well. I guess my backline, I wanted to make sure I could deal with Toxapeck. My lead kind of deals with Mandibuzz and Diggersby for the most part. I've definitely had some trouble with some of these battles as I progressed a little bit, just because a lot of people are trying out a lot of different teams. I've seen even like double normal teams with like Oranguru, for example. Pretty cool ideas. So I might experiment a bit still here myself, but I just wanted to showcase some of these battles from my day one impressions and how I tried to deal with them. As you can see in this very first battle, they're running Dragapult, which I don't really know how well this would perform in the Great League. It doesn't seem that it's too powerful based on this battle. I haven't even caught a, what's it called, Dirt? What's the little baby one called? I can't remember. Sort of the D, like Dreepy or something like that. Dreepy, I think it's what it's called. That person's name is so wild. Breeding, like what? People? Very creative. I don't know what to think of that, but hopefully I can at least win this battle. So as you can see, there's more fairy types. I feel like one thing I kind of noticed was a lot of fairy types, a lot of ground types, a lot of like poison. So there's like this kind of, maybe that's like the idea here of some of the more bulky Pokemon like Mandibuzz, Toxapeck. They're super bulky in this format, and I've seen them so frequently. And Diggersby also. So that seems like a trio in itself that's going to be paired in some way or another, either like two of those together. But I'm going to be throwing Aqua Tails here into the Quagsire, which fortunately for me, I can at least get off some damage here. And they do try to bait me with the Aqua Tail, which is great because I can connect this Aqua Tail and then they throw the last bit of their energy, which is totally fine. I'm assuming it has Stone Edge on it. And then they have Frostlass in the back, and I have Sableye with the shield, so that works out relatively good for me. There's definitely some tough matchups. I guess like typically with this team, I'm trying to use Sableye as a safe swap, but a lot of times people do have Mandibuzz or some type of fairy type Pokemon on their team, so they can kind of just like hard counter the Sableye. In the case of Mandibuzz, I just try to get as much damage off going straight returns. And yeah, I guess it would be a similar situation with like Ninetales, depending on if it's running Charm or Powder Snow. But yeah, as you can see here, I actually do let my Abomasnow go to the Stone Edge, which I think was actually a pretty big mistake on my end. I could have probably, if I would have like shielded, I guess I thought they might bait me, but if I would have shielded the Stone Edge, that could have put me ahead a little bit more, because this Quagsire starts doing some real damage to my Sableye, and I have to go through all that effort just to remove it, only to be met with a Gastrodon here in the back line, and bad alignment overall. So I don't really have a great scenario, and yeah, at this point I have to kind of shield Gastrodon, but I won't even be able to get to, I think, a double move here if I'm not mistaken. And even if I do, it definitely, oh yeah, it doesn't kill though, that's for sure. Because Gastrodon is pretty bulky, even in the Great League, and as you can see, I will get knocked out here by, I think, Earth Power. Yeah, GG's. Well played. And if you're enjoying this, please hit the like button. It does help my content out a lot here on YouTube. And I end up being in a mirror match here on my next battle. So this is actually my very first set that I'm showing you right now. And oh yeah, by the way, I kind of dropped a little bit. I meant to mention this at the beginning of the video. So on the weekends I've been very busy right now with like family stuff, and yeah, so pretty much, I think Friday I was experimenting with Ultra League and Great League, and I had some brutal sets. I think I had like 205s and it dropped me a lot. So I'm kind of at a point where I'm like, I didn't get to play much over the weekend. I didn't play any battles yesterday either. So these are my battles. I'm trying to get my footing for this format and also trying to get some of that elo back that I lost. It's whatever though. I don't really mind like getting losses. It's part of playing the game. I was kind of like on this downward spiral after that one stream, elo wise. My most recent one, I dropped a bit on stream, trying out some different stuff, and I really just couldn't figure out like what I was comfortable and what I wanted to run in any of those formats. That's kind of what it comes down to, is just finding something I like. And usually I like to run counter meta, but I'm thinking maybe in these like formats, maybe I should try to build a team around Mandibuzz or like Weezing, even like, I mean Galarian Weezing, excuse me. Something that's relatively bulky and can kind of do some damage and like at the same time, you know what I mean? Like something that just typically has a good win rate overall and not too frail, not too gimmicky. Just a nice balance of like maybe like some sort of like off meta pick and then a couple meta picks to help bulk it out. Or, you know, maybe sometimes the team building can actually be more spicy in that regard, but honestly I haven't seen like too many teams. Like there's some consistency like with the Diggersby, the Mandibuzz, the Toxapeck. I've definitely seen a lot of those, like that's from today alone. But at the same time, I don't really feel like a lot of the teams were exactly the same structure. Some of them were kind of similar. Some of them were the same, but yeah, for the most part, I feel like there's a lot of variety still in this format that can, I mean, maybe it'll like iron out more here in the day or two, or maybe people are already like kind of catching on and understanding like what they want to be doing. But there's always going to be people who are running crazy spice within these metas, so it's kind of like, even with preparing for the common meta picks, more than likely you're going to run into some crazy spice, whether it be like, you know, something that I'm running or something that someone else is. So yeah, that was my first set, and I was kind of happy I at least got a 4-1 because I was definitely down there on the elo. Next set, I get a Mandibuzz lead, which is pretty good, and comes Toxapeck. A lot of teams like this, actually, that I've seen, and I feel like they're pretty good. Maybe there's something to it, playing the team. I don't know, it seems pretty cool. I mean, it's definitely bulky, but I wanted to pick something like Sableye and Qwilfish in the back line because I felt like they could be good ways to help protect Abomasnow from this type of scenario where we have this Toxapeck primarily. Diggersby actually kind of problematic, I'm realizing, to the team to some degree. I mean, Abomasnow can obviously like do some damage to Diggersby, but yeah, honestly it can get a little dicey if not done correctly, or if it's like shield advantage, blah blah blah, bait wrong, you know, all that jazz. But yeah, I mean, Icy Wind Abomasnow is a nice welcome to the team. Having that ability to kind of like do some nice damage with an ice move and also nerfing attack in this format feels pretty strong. I think out of all the Pokemon, I think Qwilfish and Abomasnow definitely felt the best so far on the team. Definitely Abomasnow feels really good. Maybe I should try to build something else with Abomasnow. Sableye definitely has its play, definitely has its like good matchups in the format, but too many times I feel like I get kind of trapped in on a Diggersby or a fairy type Pokemon, and it's not particularly ideal for this matchup. And I think in this situation I kind of messed this up because I think if I just do the foul play with Sableye and then saved that Icy Wind or potentially even like the grass move for Diggersby, I think that would have been the right reverse. Because I wasn't even thinking I would get to a move with Abomasnow there, but I mean, if I got to a move against the Mandibuzz, doesn't it mean I would have gotten to the move with the Diggersby? Because I'm pretty sure they're running a mud move for their fast attacks in this format. Let me see. Okay, no, they were actually running quick attack, so I don't know. Probably, maybe I would have died to the Diggersby's fast attack. Anyways, yeah, a lot of Galarian wheezing too, and honestly, they seem to be running Play Rough, Brutal Swing, so Abomasnow isn't like too shabby against it, just because it's not really running poison moves. Sometimes they run the poison move. You can for sure, but I think for the most part, there's a good bet that maybe they're gonna be running like Play Rough plus Brutal Swing. Brutal Swing seems to be a good bait move on it in general. I mean, obviously it can get overheat too, but I haven't really seen that either as of yet. So yeah, at this point I can kind of shield, and I want to just get the attack down on Wheezing, because if they shield, great. If they don't, even better. It doesn't matter. So they do shield, and I'm going to bring in Sableye, and I think I actually just let the Play Rough go through. Oh no, I realized it was just Brutal Swing, excuse me. I was keeping track. I knew it wasn't, they didn't have enough energy. Sorry, I was just like ranting here in the video. So I knew I had to pretty much just nuke the Mandibuzz with returns. And it could take one dark move if needed to be. And they do throw the aerial ace, but I'm like, whatever, you know. I'll just... I messed up here. I think there was some lag actually why I didn't switch out, because I had the foul play and I was thinking, oh, I can just shield and switch out and keep the foul play. And unfortunately, wait, do I lose this because of that? I might actually lose this because of that. Oh wait, no, I think I catch the move here and I just barely get off the Icy Wind here. It was pretty insane. Yeah, pretty crazy battle. A lot of precision there that I had to recover after like the misplays. It would have been nice to have that foul play saved on Sableye. I'm pretty sure I had just like a stutter lag there, because I would have switched out once I got the foul play, and because there's no point in throwing it there. It's better to use as like a finishing move in the end. But as you can see, another Mandibuzz, and honestly kind of difficult. I decided to shield at least once to reduce a little bit of damage here, and I just figured between the second Icy Wind I wouldn't have to shield anymore. I could potentially just, they might let it go, or a farm down scenario. They do want to preserve their shields, which makes a lot of sense here. They bring in the Toxapeck after their Mandibuzz goes down, and I'm going to bring, I bring in Sableye, but they bring in Togetic, which I didn't really need to shield this. I guess I got a little scared, but I also figured at this point, all they have left is Toxapeck, which isn't like honestly too bad even with 2 shields. I wanted to just bring in Abomasnow because I knew I could probably get to the Icy Wind, and if I can at least reduce the attack on Toxapeck, it makes this fight a little bit easier. And interesting enough, because of that first attack drop, it allows me to live and get another Icy Wind off, which at this point they decide to just leave because they're at -2 attack and they see I have a Qwilfish. Alright, next battle, there's a Shadow Golurk, which, great lead for me. They switch in Skuntank, and I decided to stay in and throw an Icy Wind before switching out. They just take it to the face, and in comes my Qwilfish as a safe swap, because this was the better matchup in my opinion. They don't shield the Aqua Tail, and I take out Trailblaze, which is whatever. I farm it down. In comes Golurk again. I'm able to at least get a shield here with my Aqua Tail, which is going to be very valuable. They farm down, and then I'm going to bring in Abomasnow. And at this point, I just want to at least get my 1 Icy Wind off. And then I might farm down with Sableye and pray that I have a good matchup in the back. So I'm going to throw the Icy Wind and get the final shield, and I instant swap to Sableye. And they decide to throw the Shadow Punch, which is fine because with the attack drop, I knew I could live it. And they do end up having Mandibuzz in the back, so really good situation for me because I do actually have a pretty good amount of health still on my Abomasnow, and I'm going to just save that shield for it in the back. And even getting all this damage off with return on Sableye is like really nice as well. So yeah, having that shield will save me, and I can throw Icy Wind immediately after Aerial Ace hits my shield, and that should be a GG. Alright, I think I have one more battle here, ladies and gentlemen. And thanks again for tuning in to today's video. It does help out a lot. I hope you are having fun playing your Season 20 Go Battle League battles. And yeah, maybe if you want to write in the comments below what type of team you're running this format. I'm trying to figure out what I really want to be running. I do like the team, but maybe there's some other variations with some of these Pokemon that might be a good option as well. But yeah, this is a pretty tough matchup with the Diggersby here. I'm just trying my best to get off as much damage as possible. And I decided just to let Sableye go. And I'm going to try to bring in Abomasnow, if I'm not mistaken, to get a little bit of a farm down. I don't want to get hit by the Fire Punch. That's one thing about the Diggersby, is having the Fire Punch kind of makes it even a little bit of a threat to Abomasnow, depending. And in comes Toxapex. So this is looking kind of dicey, but I'm just going to throw the Energy Ball, which will do a nice amount of damage. Then I'll switch in Qwilfish, but Sludge Wave is still going to do a good chunk to Qwilfish. And at this point, they have Mandibuzz in the back, and it's not looking too good because I'm not really going to be able to out-bulk or damage the Mandibuzz matchup. And then even if I can beat the Mandibuzz with Abomasnow and store energy, which I really can't, and they have double shields as well, it's not going to look good because the Toxapex does have Poison Jab, so even if I would keep reducing its attack, I'm doing non-effective damage versus a super effective move. So yeah, it's just kind of GG at this point, and yeah, I realize I can't really do anything, so I just kind of try to go for a farm down, even though it's not going to do anything. So yeah, 3-2 set. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, the Sass Squad is getting stronger each and every day. Good morning, evening, afternoon for tuning in. I'll catch you in the next one. If you'd like to watch more Go Battle League content from me, consider watching this video right here or this video right here.